Welcome to BuccsWeekly, week 14 of the winter sports season, and this is the season in review for the Covington Lady Bucks. They just ended their season last Thursday in a regional tournament in a loss to Fort Laramie, 32-27, and even in defeat, it was basically a great year and a great effort by the girls.
Yeah, you never want to lose, but to be in the Sweet 16 of Division 4 and to be in that atmosphere and to play that well, you can always go back and look at, well, if this would happen, that would happen, but it didn't. But for the kids to reach that point and be able to play on that stage, that was, I don't think they'll ever forget that unless, down the road they get even further. But that's something they won't forget.
Well, when you look at the big picture of our basketball team, you have basically a combined JV and varsity team with 15 girls. The only real height that we have is Lillian Hamilton, and she hasn't been healthy all year. You really, with our size and the limited numbers that we have at the high school level, to win 20 games is unbelievable.
That just goes to show you what kind of kids we have. And I've said this, those kids committed to the coaching staff. Those 15 came out, others chose not to come out for whatever reason, but those 15 kids came out, they committed to us. We not only did a full varsity schedule, but a full JV schedule with the 15 kids, a number of them playing back and forth. And I'm just real happy for them. I'm real proud of them. And again, to get 20 wins, and we didn't do it the easy way. We had to get it in the district final, which was fine. But I think that just says a lot about all the kids that played for us this winter.
And you could tell as the season progressed, later in the regular season and into the tournament, it really looked like, to me, like the girls really played for the seniors. I mean, it seemed like that was a theme, that played for Jordan and Tori, because this is their last year. And the seniors kind of really picked the team up on their shoulders and carried them to the tournament.
Yeah, this is a really tight bunch. At least from my perspective, they appear to get along really well. They support each other no matter what the grade. And again, 15 kids, you're close all the time. We did everything together in practice. And you come to that realization when you get down to the end of the season that for the seniors, this is it. They're going to play a last game at home. They're going to play a last game. They're going to play a tournament game, which could be their last game. And, we came into the tournament playing very well and kind of didn't look that good the first two tournament games, but then we got everything back with the Franklin Road game and regained our momentum. And yeah, I hate to see it end for them, but it ended on a big stage. And for those two, I'm proud of those two. I've been honored to be their coach for 2 years. And I know both of them, just by the nature of their character, are going to go on to do really great things with their lives.
Okay, and so in the future, really looks pretty bright. Let's talk about Sammie.
Who?
Sammie. What an unbelievable player. I mean, just, it seems like whenever there's a play that needs to be made, whenever there's a stop that needs to be made, she's able to do that. You can go back to the tournament, the three-pointer right there before the half against Legacy Christian, just all the plays that she's able to make throughout the year. It's unbelievable to watch her play.
Well, and I really want younger kids to understand this. Sammie didn't wake up this good. Sammie's this good because she works hard at the game. And any one of our younger kids from senior on down, if you put that kind of work into the game and dedicate yourself like she does, you're going to have great results. And I'm very proud to be her coach. I know I give her a lot of credit, but not really anybody else leading my team. I think all the awards that she's won and will win are well deserved. And the biggest thing about Sammie is she plays within the concept of the team.
Yeah,
it's not, I want to go out and see what I can get. She gets her points as a result of what the defense gives her, and if she doesn't score, she gets the ball to her teammates so they can score. And she also takes great pride in the defense. And so I'm just really happy she's only a junior. We get her for one more year.
You could redshirt her again, couldn't you?
I could.
I
don't like her that much.
Okay, well that concludes things with Covey coach Jim Meyer. Right after this break, we will talk to Sammie Whiteman, the Lady Bucks leading scorer as a junior.
Hello, my name is Ron Sutherland, president of Covington Savings and Loan. We have been a part of the Covington and the surrounding community since 1886. We have been serving both savings and loan customers and help promoting home ownership. Stop by and talk with Jason for your lending needs or see Diane in Brooklyn for all your savings needs. Thank you for your continued support to help Covington Savings and Loan continue to support the Covington community. FDIC approved.
We're back with week 14 of the winter sports season in BuccsWeekly. The season in review of Lady Bucks basketball with junior standout Sammie Whiteman. And Sammie, you had a really good year this year, led the team in scoring, but more importantly, helped lead the team to 20 wins. How did it feel to get those 20 wins this year?
Like Coach said earlier, it was hard earned. I mean, we got it in our last win, so that was pretty neat to end it that way. And I don't know, it was just fun being able to do that back-to-back years.
So I know you're really close with Tori and Jordan, the two seniors. What did it mean to you to be able to play with them for those years, those 3 years through high school?
Well, really, through high school, it's been 3 years, but I've been friends with them since kindergarten. So to be able to accomplish what we did as a team together, it's a really cool feeling just because how close we are. So.
Okay, so you have high aspirations, of course, for the remainder of your high school basketball career, and you got your senior year left. Basically, you're a senior now. What's your preparation going to be like to get ready for next year?
This summer I'm lifting a lot, and I start AAU this week, so I'm already starting to get conditioned and in shape, and then hopefully throughout the summer we can get some of the other guards and posts in there and get in shape as well. So.
Okay, well good luck, Sammie.
Thank you.
Okay, that's it with Lady Bucks basketball. After this break, we will talk to Coach Vanderhorst and get a review on Buccaneer wrestling.
Covington Eagles does a lot for this school and this program. We need to give them some thanks. On three, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Covington Eagles! Yeah! Thank you, Covington Eagles! Thank you, Covington Eagles! Thank you, Covington Eagles! Thank you, Covington Eagles! Woo! Thank you, Covington Eagles, for all you do for Covington schools. Go Bucks! Woo!
Hi, this is Don Solon, pastor at Fields of Grace Worship Center. We are a non-denominational church with a contemporary casual atmosphere. We are a church committed to reaching outside our walls while at the same time caring for those that call Fields of Grace home. Maybe you know Fields of Grace by all our community events. You are always welcome to come on over for a cup of coffee Sunday mornings and check us out at fieldsofgrace.org for service times.
Ben, we're real happy. The performance of the kids this weekend, Kale and Kellen to finish on the podium. Super excited with those guys. Real happy with Gage and Carrington as well. They wrestled, they battled. We're right there. In matches we lost, it's just a hair short. Matches we won, we took care of business. So real excited about the team. Real excited about this year's performance.
Yeah, this year it's been pretty good. I've won some good matches. The state, it's really satisfying to place as a freshman because it carries you into your sophomore and junior years. It just gives you that confidence builder.
Yeah, it feels great to be able to compete here. It's a cool feeling and a great atmosphere. A couple matches didn't really go my way, but I ended up on the podium, so that's a good feeling. But it gives me more motivation to work harder during the off season next year, so I'll be able to place higher and keep going for the rest of my wrestling career.
As you can see from the comments of Coach Eric Vanderhorst and Kellen, two wrestlers, Kellen Anderson and Cale Vanderhorst, that you just saw. The state meet was exciting this year. We had 2 state placers and the 2 freshmen, and they also become only the second and third freshmen ever in Covington history to not only qualify for state and place at state. They joined Andrew D. Hart. Actually, it was 10 years ago this year.
Okay, yeah.
When Andrew did that. So you got to be really super excited about the effort of those 2 boys to get on the podium at state.
Oh yeah, what a weekend! It was fun, tight matches, and the competition level there is outstanding, and for them to put on the performance they did was just great. They both put a lot of time off season and in season doing the extra work, so it was just great to see them get rewarded for that.
Okay, beginning with Kellen, he of course he finished 6th at state at 106 pounds. But the one match that I thought impressed me the most was after he had lost in the semifinals to the eventual state champion, gave him a great match. He fell into the consolation rounds and wrestled the kid from East Clinton.
White Red,
that kid from East Clinton defeated Kellen fairly handily in the district tournament. And Kellen took him into overtime.
Yes.
At state.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, that's really neat to see him improve that much in a week.
Right. Oh yeah. The great thing about Kellen and Cale both is, it didn't matter who they were facing. They're out there. They're going to give it their best. And Kellen didn't shy away because he'd gotten beaten by a guy, by a significant margin in the district finals. He just went after him and scored points, and probably put that kid on his heels a little bit. So, and was right there close to getting the victory.
Well, he was very close to getting the victory because he got a reversal and he got 2 back points. He was very, very close to getting a third, and he just didn't quite get that extra count. But if he gets that 3rd back point, he wins that match.
Yeah. He's just takes care of business after that. He's moving on. Yep. Yeah. Outstanding match.
And then you look at Cale. Of course, his weight class was so even. I mean, the Turner kid from Troy Christian was the state champ. Ended up being the state champion, and Cale took him to overtime in the district final.
Right. In a similar match to like Kellen, where he closed the margin a lot on him in the district finals, and Cale he won some close matches and lost 2 in overtime. Second tiebreaker. So yeah, they're all right there.
And you just wonder about that first match that Cale had at state. He went. It was 0-0. They went in I don't know if it was ultimate tiebreaker or tiebreaker, where if Cale rides him out for 30 seconds, Cale wins. And they awarded the other kid an escape. And a lot of people that I talked to thought the clock had expired, but they don't have instant replay in wrestling, so he had to live with it. But still, what a close match.
Oh yeah, right there. Yeah, I was one of them that thought the clock had expired, but I really wanted to watch that one on video. We just didn't have it, but yeah, it is what it is. You move on and wrestle, and he regrouped well and took care of business the next match.
And that really shows a lot of poise for a freshman. A lot of kids would be devastated and go back and cry up against the wall or whatever and lose it, but he came back his next match and won.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was real proud of them both for rebounding like they did.
Okay, and then junior Carrington Martin, he lost 2 close matches to kids that ended up getting 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, I mean, his first match was a 2-time state placer, and he was right there with him. I mean, he was just both matches right there. I mean, I talked to him about it tonight. He's just a hair short of being on the podium. So, I know that's motivation for him. It's motivation to get there this year. I know he's going to be motivated to get on the podium next season.
Mm-hmm. And then Gage Kerrigan, of course, he was 195 pounds. And the 2 guys that, especially the first kid that walked out on the mat against Gage, I was like, holy smokes, that kid was jacked.
Yeah.
And, I think it was, in a way, it was a great experience for Gage because it was an eye-opener of, those guys have spent a lot of time in the weight room.
Yeah. A lot of times the Arnold Classic's the same weekend as the state wrestling tournament, and his weight class looked like the Arnold Classic. Everyone you saw was just enormous, and he was giving up a little bit of weight anyways for that weight class, and being the only sophomore in the bracket, he did an outstanding job. You could just tell the maturity and the power difference. at that weight class. But he's definitely looking forward to working hard and getting better.
Well, and he kind of reminds me of Logan Brown. You go to Logan Brown's experience his sophomore year. He went over there as a sophomore, and I think he had an eye opener when he was there. And then that kind of, the switch went off in his head, because I can remember he spent a lot of time in the weight room. It made him better for football, and it made him better for wrestling.
Yeah.
And his junior and senior year combined, he only lost one match combined. His junior and senior
Right.
year.
Yeah, he became looking like one of those guys that he faced as a sophomore. Yeah, and I told Gage too. I was like, Gage, see that? Aspire to be that in the next couple of years. So.
And the thing Gage has going for him, he is a lot more athletic than Logan was.
Yeah, he's very explosive. I mean, just a lot of power, natural athleticism, and fast twitch muscles. So yeah, if he keeps working hard, big things ahead for him.
Well, another really exciting thing at state, and I thought it was the most exciting thing because just emotional attachment. With Coach Barbee getting inducted into the Ohio Wrestling Coaches Hall of Fame. And that happened before the finals Saturday night, and that was pretty neat, seeing him up there getting recognized in front of the whole state.
Oh yeah, awesome. That was awesome. A lot of Covington people were there, some because of the Covington wrestlers, some alumni just because they like to go watch the state tournament, and Dan and Brian, his family was there, and he had some old colleagues from officiating that were there. So yeah, I know that was a special night for him, and it was I was really happy to be a part of that.
Well, for those who couldn't make it, we're going to show a quick video of that Hall of Fame induction ceremony, and then come right back and talk about the rest of the Buccaneer season.
Tonight, 4 more men join this exclusive fraternity. Presenting the Hall of Fame plaques will be Lee Spitzer, Chairman of the Ohio Wrestling Hall of Fame, former head wrestling coach of Upper Arlington High School, and a member of the Hall of Fame. He will be assisted by Dominic DeSabato, President of the Ohio High School Wrestling Coaches Association. We will now welcome these 4 new inductees. Tom Barbee. Coach Barbee was coach of Covington High School for 28 years, has 444 dual meet wins, was 2 times GMVWA Coach of the Year, and Coach Barbee has had 2 regional dual meet runner-up finishes, 5 sectional championships, and 2 district championships. He has produced 51 state qualifiers, 21 state placers, and 3 state champions. Tom Barbee.
Welcome back, and we're going to close things out here, talking about the rest of the kids as a team, how the Bucks did this year. And can you kind of give us a recap on how the kids did, especially with the young team we had?
Yeah, the kids really gelled. We had more freshmen probably probably half our team was freshmen, and we definitely had more freshmen and sophomores than upperclassmen. So we were a young team. The upperclassmen we did have were good leaders. They brought the freshmen in, good camaraderie, worked hard. So just really happy with the way the team gelled, and obviously exceeded expectations. No one would have expected
Absolutely.
9 district qualifiers, 4 state qualifiers, a couple state placers. I'm still pinching myself. It was a great season.
Well, especially considering our sectional, like you said, is the toughest sectional in the state.
Yeah, it was. We had a lot of state qualifiers come out, and just real happy. The kids, everyone that wrestled at sectionals, they were all scoring points for the team, even the ones that didn't make it to districts. And I kind of mentioned this before, but it'd be neat if we could enter more than 1 kid in at sectionals, because we had kids that were on our reserve team that would have beat a lot of the kids there at sectionals, and unfortunately we can get them in as well. So real happy with the whole team, and looking forward to next season.
Okay, well that concludes things for the 2017-18 wrestling season, and also we talked about the Lady Bucks basketball. Up next we will show a blooper reel from the winter sports season, and enjoy that. Until the next time, for Ben Robinson, Coach Vanderhorst, good night.
And go Bucks.
Done connected business.
Huh?
Done connected
Yeah, I
business.
was just trying to squeeze it in pants.
You ready?
No.
Don't make me start laughing, Pond.
You guys aren't gonna be able to
Play
see
that
it
part,
here.
play that.
Oh. You have to put it on a blooper reel at the
That
end.
might Stu Bell. Or Bell Meyer.
Okay, you ready?
Sure.
We're back week 6. Oh, yeah, I need to start over on that. Now I got her laughing. Get that on video. Because of his hair and he keeps going.
That's just because I'm messing with it.
Okay, so you have a couple more games here left in the regular season and hopefully a nice tournament run. What do you want to accomplish here the rest of the season, your junior year?
Win sectionals, win districts, win regionals, and then win state.
In that order.
That's right.
Okay. I just had to throw her a curveball, but just basically it's just kind of like you just talk about.
Sure. Do I look forward to it?
You can, well, we'll just talk.
I'm pretty
You can,
sociable.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sociable.
So. Don't make me start laughing, dude.
It'll be hard. I've been chirping about being first take all day. I said it'll be quick. I'm first take.
Welcome back to BuccsWeekly weeks. Let me start over. You guys already got me flustered.
11.
Okay, gotta focus on it after you get into it. Oh gosh, this is hard.
You're okay.
Okay, hang on. Hang on, I don't know. Okay.
I'm glad these are the blooper reel. Okay, and in Morgan Kimmel, you've basically been a guard throughout the season at JV level, and you've been thrust into playing at a post position in the tournaments, coming in off the bench for Lily and Lauren Christian. How have you been able to make that adjustment in tournaments?
I just like to play the post position.
There's gonna be a lot of editing on this video.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't know what to say. What am I supposed to say? I don't know.
Okay. Oh, man, you guys got me going. This one's gonna be a train wreck. Oh man. Oh, you guys are funny.
That didn't even make any bit of sense of what I said.
That did. Yeah, it did.
I can't think now.
I thought that was pretty impressive, actually.
Do we get to watch this?
Wow.
Can we watch this like now?
Do you want to watch it now?
I want to watch the bloopers.
Okay, so far in your freshman year, you're 17-2. And of course you got runner-up finished out the holidays. So are you pretty pleased so far with your season?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Not very talkative. No.
Oh yeah. The first time I thought you were about to have like a heart attack or something.
Okay,
That's the first time I jumped on you guys all year long. First time I got lit up in the locker room.
Oh, in a game, yeah. That one practice though. That got us going.
You think I'm a monster, Ben?
Mm-hmm. You might be scarred for life.
I might be.
I'm gonna make me laugh and then I'm gonna start hacking.
Man, I'm going through Orgeon like it's a freaking Snickers bar.
Really?
You keep moving this thing back, it might just get better.
No, I think we're both probably getting
Yeah, all of a sudden, our guts push it out like that.
It's recording too. I'm glad that's
Try not to. This will be our outtakes.
You got me laughing.
Do the outtake version, sorry.
Yeah, at the end of the year, do like a blooper.
Blooper.
Yeah. Well, for Ben Robinson and the champion, Dennis Scooby Willoughby, good night. And you're supposed to say something, Scooby. Go Bucks, right?
Yeah, go Bucks.
Number one, Scooby.
Number one fan, we ain't bad.
Good job, Scoob.